Now, we talked a little bit too before about how this alignment can help us not just keep in tune with buyers, but even anticipate market needs. And buyers are evolving faster than ever. It's not going to slow down anytime soon. What do you think is the best way to iterate the process so that we're keeping buyer-focused intel front and center?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's that feedback loop that we had talked about. So with sales, why are they buying? Why are they not buying? And I love your comment about feeding that into the campaigns. I'd say feeding in joint design of campaigns and even marketing, running the campaigns by sales early on before they go build out the whole thing. They can get a
Mm-hmm.
lot of good ideas. But the feedback loop that comes from the buyers is critical, and that hits what you were talking about. So there's a few different kinds of change that can happen. So in my experience, there's definitely changes that happen in buyers, but it's not really super frequent, right? It's if it's happening every month, it's probably something weird going on, right? It's probably more like you just didn't understand the market properly, because most
Right.
markets don't change that often, and that's okay if you don't fully understand it. You just got to call it out and say, hey, look, we're still learning this market, and part of what we're doing is getting this data back so we can refine what we need to learn. I think it's really important to be systematic about that. If you're learning about a market, lay out the things that you don't really understand and the things that you want to test, and test them systematically, right? That's most likely what's happening. Is it's the market's not changing as rapidly. Your understanding of the market's changing. Now, it is the case that the markets can change still. So when does that happen? Like, so this is a good example in a pandemic, right? The market
Mm-hmm.
changes. People, the way people are buying, the kind of things they spend money on change, right? So it might also change by season, a new year, it might change. So there are definitely points in time when you get this change. And what's critical there as well is to understand, for the teams to bring back and say, what do we see happening in the market? Have sales' view of it, have marketing's view of it, both of them bringing back data points, and then building a picture of what they see happening so they can then come back and decide how they want to attack that together.
Yeah. I have this picture in my mind of, some secret op mission where you have trained fighters out in the field coming back and saying to someone in the ops van, okay, I need data on this. Is you like that's the whole image that kind of runs through my head on it.
Yeah.